Okay, so now once we understood that what are AI agents and what kind of things are there inside that, let's start with agentic development. So basically in this video, we are going to focus on that what kind of development options which are available for our AI agents. If you decide that I want to develop my own AI agent, then what kind of things you have to keep in mind, what kind of tools and lab setups which are going to be required, everything we're going to discuss in this video. So let's start with talking about what are the options which are available for agent development. And you can see right now, I have tried my best to capture maximum things here, but still let me tell you, there are more than 30 plus different options which are available as of now if you want to develop your AI agents. I am going to talk about some of them here, which are actually going to be covered in my this or other courses of AI agent development. Like for example, if I start with Azure AI Foundry service, or basically the Azure AI agent service, is basically that service which are helping you to manage your multiple AI agents under one umbrella. We have this service which is helping you to create, manage and using AI agents, and it's actually going to be based on your OpenAI Assistant API, or maybe if you want to associate with more model choices and data integrations and enterprise security, then all of these things are going to be available in one single section, and that is something which is your Azure AI Foundry agent service. We are going to see this service in the next video, and we are going to see that thing practically also. Then we have second options, which is OpenAI Assistance API. This is one of the most popular APIs of agentic development, and obviously this is coming from OpenAI. It's the standard API for agent development, and it offers subset of AI agent service features inside that. But remember, this particular API is restricted to only OpenAI models. So if you are focusing on GPT models, if you're focusing on embedding models like EDA, or maybe if you're focusing on some particular models for image generation like DALL-E, or video generation using Sora, then this particular API is something which is your perfect choice. But if you're looking for some other models, let's say you want to use Meta models, or you want to use Mistral models, or maybe Hugging Face, then this particular API is not something which you should use. Then we have something which is known as semantic kernel. Semantic kernel is actually lightweight open source development kit for building AI agents. In our course, we are going to use semantic kernel extensively. Not only single agent, we are going to use an orchestrated multi-agent kind of an applications also. It's actually going to support OpenAI Assistant API and Azure AI Agent as well. So before this, whatever two things I have discussed, both of them can be integrated with semantic kernel, as well as it's giving you the native chat completion agents also. What are these things? Well, right now, if you're getting confused with this, I'm not going into the depth, but we are going to say semantic kernel in depth, and at that time, we'll check about that. Next, we have AutoGen. Now, AutoGen is also one of the popular Microsoft framework, which is open source, and it's actually created for rapid agent development. As of now, at the time of recording of this video, AutoGen is still used for Microsoft research part. So basically, this is useful for research and ideation when you are experimenting with agents. And I strongly suggest that if you want to research on AI agents and all, you can use AutoGen. But in our course, we are going to use AutoGen either very less or maybe only in the few examples only. Otherwise, we are not going to use this thing because it's still part of the research. Next, we have certain SDKs, like we have Microsoft 365 Agent SDK. This is basically allowing you to create self-hosted agents for various channels. It's not only limited to Microsoft 365 apps, which is actually a common myth which people are having. It can be delivered through channels like Slack or Messenger, and you can deliver agents with that. Next, we have Copilot Studio. Now, as I told you that this course is specifically focusing on developing agents with programming language, SDK, and for an enterprise-ready agent kind of an application. But if you are not a developer and you're willing to develop agents without writing a code, we have a low code, no code kind of a development environment, which is actually known as Copilot Studio, which is helping you to build and deploy AI agents. Most of the time, all these agents are going to be giving you an extended functionality of your existing copilots which are available with this. You can integrate with Microsoft 365 ecosystem, and some common channels like Slack and Messengers are also associated with this, same like Microsoft 365 Agent SDK. Next, we have something which is Agent Builder. This is an declarative tool for business users to author basic agents in Microsoft Copilot, Chat, and other Copilot-based interfaces. So if you have heard about those 16 to 18 different Microsoft Copilot which are given to the business users, Agent Builder is basically helping you to customize those agents with Copilot with that. It enables users to create agents by describing functionality or using a visual interface with that. Basically, this is also one of that tool which is helping you to develop and customize agent without writing a code. But obviously, when you're using Agent Builder or when you're using Copilot Studio, there are certain limitations, there are certain things which are not going to be perfect if you are using it for your enterprise, or maybe you are developing agents for your customers. For these kind of things, the things which I'm showing you in the top part, which is basically the first 4 services which I discussed, are going to be your first priorities or your preferred choices of technology when you're going for agent development. Now, in order to understand agentic development, you have to first understand one thing which is known as language models. I am assuming that most of you are familiar with language models because you have used some or other AI agent tool or at least some other generative AI applications. There are so many foundation models which are actually available. So when you are saying that I want to develop AI application or AI agent, we all know that we need language model. But then there are two options. You can actually train your own language model from scratch. So you think like an organization, you have your own data, you have your own machine learning kind of environment which is available, you have your team of data scientists also. If you have all those things, you can develop your own language model from scratch. But this is one of the things that in recent time, most of the organizations are not interested in creating their own foundation model. They are actually willing to use existing foundation models, and then optionally on top of it, they may be going to fine tune that particular foundation model with their own data. So every organization have this requirement that they want to incorporate their organization specific data or they want to associate with their business processes. Now this is what which you can do by picking the right language foundation model, and then you can use it. Now, as I said, if you're using Azure OpenAI SDK or API associations with this, you are going to use OpenAI models, which are like GPT models or embedding models or DALI models for image generation, Whisper model for speech recognition, or maybe Sora models for video generation. But it's not something which is limited to this. We have something which is a service called Azure AI Foundry, and inside the model catalog of Azure AI Foundry, nowadays we have more than 11,000 plus models which are available. Yes, I'm not kidding, I'm super serious. More than 11,000 models are actually available in something which is known as Azure AI Foundry portal. In our case, in this course, we are going to use various models from Azure AI Foundry, which actually includes models from different companies like Microsoft, OpenAI, Hugging Face, Mistral, Meta, Databricks, and there are many more. From the last 6 months, as per my knowledge, what I have observed is Azure AI Foundry is keep adding new models into this every month, every week. Even your latest DeepSeek R1 or some other models from different organizations are also getting added every week. As of now, if you ask me what is this Azure AI Foundry, Maruti, I have no idea about this thing. Well, in that case, I will give you two suggestions. First is, just keep one thing in mind, that your AI app and agent factory, basically Azure AI Foundry is nothing but is one particular application which is treated like an agent factory. It's allowing you to develop multiple agents there. It's allowing you to develop generative AI applications there. It's going to take care of security, governance, content filterization, multiple model quality checks. It's going to help you to compare all these 11,000 plus models. It's basically one centralized umbrella which is giving you all at one place. And to know more about this, you can surely check out our YouTube channel, Skill Tech Club, and you can also check our skilltech.club website. In these two places, you will find a couple of videos on Azure AI Agent and Azure AI Foundry service. And somewhere, if you have doubts, if you have questions, and if you want to ask that question to me, you can just join our website, skilltech.club, with the premium membership, which is right now running with the highest discount. It's super cheap, and then we can discuss one-on-one and we can talk to each other, and I'll be more than happy to help you in that. As of now, if you see this particular slide, Azure AI Foundry is giving you 11,000 plus Foundry models, as I said. It's going to help you to do everything which is required to develop your agents. That is also there. It's going to allow you to integrate with other Azure AI services like Azure AI Search Service, Azure AI services, which are basically your vision service, language service, document intelligence service, and all. It's going to allow you to integrate with Azure Machine Learning whenever you want to do fine-tuning, whenever you want to do retrieval augmented generation, or some other kind of a customization for your model training. You can associate with Azure Machine Learning services also. And you can also have Azure AI Content Safety Services, which are making sure that you are using all the responsible AI guidelines with that. If you want to do your customization for the content safety and content filterization, well, you're most welcome. You can do this customization with ease. Above all, we have a certain services which is coming under Foundry Observability, which is taking care of auditing, monitoring, tracing of your AI agents. Every time any particular input prompt which is given to AI agent and any particular process which is already counted as an action of the AI agent is going to be monitored under Foundry Observability. At the left side, you can see that we are showing you that you can integrate Azure AI Foundry with tools like Copilot, Visual Studio, GitHub, and Foundry SDK is also there. And if you want to develop agents using Azure AI Foundry, you have three different options which are available. Obviously, you can develop on the cloud by integrating with Azure. You need to have an Azure subscription and your resources will be deployed on Azure subscription. If you want to work locally without even internet connection, you can use Foundry Local, where it is allowing you to develop applications in the local computer and you don't need internet connections to work with that. And after that, you can also have one middle way, which is Azure Arc. If you know, Azure Arc is a separate service which is helping you to do an hybrid integration with your on-premise and cloud structure with that. You can also develop Azure AI agents using Azure AI Foundry in Azure Arc integrations with that. Basically, this is going to be one centralized service which is taking care of A to Z of your agentic AI development. And this is really cool service. All we need to do is we have to use different parts of this step by step. And that's exactly what we are going to do in this course. As per my knowledge, guys, I have never found anything which is better than this thing for agentic AI development. And specifically, this is taking care of security, governance, and all the things which are required for enterprises. I know there are a couple of other tools which are maybe easier than Azure AI Foundry, but let me tell you one thing, this is something which is perfect for enterprises. If you are a person who's working for organization, this is the thing which you need to learn, which you need to implement, and which you need to master. If you want to get a desired job in a specific organization, then also Azure AI Foundry specific agentic development is always going to help you in that. As of now, let's move forward to next thing, which is